Okay, let me ask you something. What if you could build and deploy a complete web app? I'm talking database and everything, just by asking for it in plain English. Sounds like sci-fi, right? Well, in this explainer, we're going to follow along with a real-world test of Google's newest AI tools to see if that future is, already here.
So that's the big question, right? Can an AI really take a simple conversational request, something you or I would say, and spin it into a live, working application? That is the exact challenge this whole experiment is designed to tackle.
And to pull this off, you need the right tools. First up, we've got Antigravity, which is Google's new AI-native code editor. And the engine behind it all? That's the Gemini AI model. Think of it as the brain of the whole operation. So let's see what these two can cook up together.
All right, section 1, the front end in seconds. First things first, we've got to build the part of the app that people actually see and click on, the front end. And you are not going to believe how quickly this all comes together.
So this is it. This is the very first prompt given to the AI. And look how simple it is. It's not some complicated line of code, it's just a normal sentence, asking for a landing page for a YouTube channel using Next.js, which is a super common tool for this stuff. I mean, it's literally like you're just talking to another developer.
And what does the AI do in response? Boom, 7 separate file changes instantly. And this is so important because it's not just spitting out one chunk of code. No, it's building out an entire project structure. It's creating all the different pieces, the components, the layout, even the styling, all from that one little sentence.
And then all you have to do is click accept on those changes. And just like that, there it is. A really nice looking, totally functional landing page up and running right there on the local machine. I mean, step 1 is a huge success. And it took, what, a few seconds? Incredible.
Okay, section 2, connecting the database. So right now we have this great-looking web page, but it's static. It can't do anything. To make it actually useful, we need to give it a brain, a back-end database where we can start storing some real information.
For the backend, the choice was Google's Firebase. Why? Well, it's super fast to set up, and it has a really generous free version that's perfect for projects like this. And the setup itself is just a few clicks. You create the project, add your web app, turn on hosting, and spin up a database in test mode. That's it. So simple.
So the big question now is, how do you get the web page on the front end to talk to this new database on the back end? Well, Firebase gives you this little chunk of code, a set of configuration variables. You can think of this as the secret key or like the secret handshake that lets the two sides connect and communicate with each other.
And this is where it gets really cool. The developer doesn't have to write any of the tricky integration code themselves. Nope, they just describe what they want, add a button for joining the mailing list, and then they just paste in those configuration keys they got from Firebase. That's all they have to do.
And again, just like before, the AI gets it. The web page immediately updates. Bam! There's a new field to type in your email and a submit button, exactly what was asked for. The connection is officially made.
But okay, the real test, does it actually work? So an email gets typed in, the button gets clicked, and yes, there it is, popping up instantly inside the Firestore database. The whole thing is live and connected. Wow, that was almost too easy.
Okay, section 3, the deployment drama. The app is working perfectly on the developer's machine. But now it's time to face the final boss, getting it onto the live internet so anyone anywhere can see it. And this is where things get a little dramatic.
Now, in theory, getting the app online should be as easy as typing these 3 commands into the terminal. You log into Firebase, you initialize the project, and then you hit deploy. Seems simple enough, right? And success! The terminal spits out a live URL. It looks like the mission is accomplished. The app is built, it's connected to a database, and now it's published to the web. Awesome.
Or maybe not. You click on that shiny new URL and you don't see the awesome landing page. Instead, you get the generic default Firebase welcome screen. Uh-oh, something somewhere has gone wrong. This is that classic moment every developer dreads.
So what's the next move? You turn back to your AI sidekick. The developer doesn't have to hunt down complex error codes. They just describe the problem in plain English, exactly what's happening. Just a simple, hey, this isn't working.
All right, next section, the AI to the rescue. The problem has been explained, so now the AI's job isn't just to build stuff, but to fix stuff. Can it figure out the mystery of the missing web page? And the answer is a big yes. Gemini dives into the project's configuration files, it finds the mistake, and it gives the developer the exact changes needed to fix it. So, they run the deploy command one more time, and it works. The correct page loads perfectly. The AI wasn't just the builder, it was the troubleshooter too.
Okay, section 5. What this speed means. So, the app is live, which is awesome, but the real story here isn't just this one little app. It's about the incredible speed and this totally new way of working. Let's just step back and recap what we just saw.
I mean, really think about this for a second. In just a handful of minutes, we saw a process get completed that honestly could have taken hours, maybe even days using traditional methods. We went from a single sentence to a live, database-connected, and even debugged web app. The leap in efficiency here is just staggering.
And the person who ran this whole experiment had a pretty sharp observation about it. They noted that it really feels like some of these quick turnaround coding services might be in for a rough time. And that really cuts to the core of it, right? When AI can do this kind of work this fast, it's bound to shake things up for freelancers and agencies who do this for a living.
Which, of course, leaves us with one last massive question to chew on. If building a web app becomes this simple, what does that mean for traditional coding services? As these tools get even better and easier for everyone to use, what does the future of software development even look like? Are we watching a full-blown revolution happen in real time? I guess we'll have to wait and see.